What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday over here. I hope you guys are doing well. Quite a bit of volatility in the Bitcoin as well as crypto markets today, as well as the stock markets. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin and see how this could affect the overall altcoins market. See what's going on with Bitcoin. Has it broken out away from that bearish pattern we talked about? Going to be taking a look into Bone Shibaswap as well. That would be the main topic of this video. See what's going on with this coin and what has changed since my last post on this market. Let's see some upside and downside price targets for Bone Shibaswap, as well as some key price levels this market or this coin needs to break in order to go either direction. I'll be sharing with you guys my overall sentiment and opinions on this crypto market as a whole later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. Lastly, however, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my personal opinions and speculations in this market. I could very well be wrong. I am not a financial advisor nor an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear markets, but I'm looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, if you guys feel pumped, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the charts here. All right, so let's talk about Bitcoin first, because this is going to be my first post of the day, and I think it's very important to pay attention to Bitcoin right now, because as we have talked about, and as I've been saying, Bitcoin is still the driver of this crypto markets. If Bitcoin pumps, that will bring quite a bit of these altcoins up with it, and if it dumps, it would bring down quite a bit of these altcoins down with it as well. So very important to know what the direction of Bitcoin is, right? Let's take a look into the 4-hour time frame where we left off, right? So yesterday I did talk about that Bitcoin was in the scenario where there was a falling wedge, right? Where the price action was in after it has broken down from a head and shoulders pattern. Neckline to be about 26.4K area. I'm just going to say 26.4K, right? To be even. So quite a bit of things has happened, okay, since yesterday. Pretty volatile day today, right? It has broken out of this smaller falling channel as well that's within this falling wedge pattern. So I'm going to take away some of these trend lines so it's easier to see what's going on now, okay? So it looks like the price action has actually broken out of this falling wedge and broken back into this head and shoulders pattern, okay? So we're going to invalidate both of these patterns, right? Because price action has actually broken out of this falling wedge. Let me take a look on the daily time frame. Okay, so let me walk that back real quick. So on this daily time frame, this falling wedge is still valid, right? On this daily time frame here, it looks like we had an attempted breakout, right? Price action did get a huge wick to the upside on this daily candle. And on this daily time frame, you still see a valid falling wedge pattern. This is the highest time frame where this pattern is valid, okay? So price action, we still got 2 more hours in the day. So for that reason, I cannot invalidate this pattern yet, because this is the highest time frame where this falling wedge pattern still looks to be valid. Okay, that's my opinion, right? There is no textbooks that says, when this happens, you do this, okay? Price action try to break out, but, we don't have a daily candle close above this falling wedge pattern. So in my opinion, it is still trying to break out, and we got 2 more hours left, and therefore this falling wedge pattern is still valid. Now, however, the head and shoulders pattern here, right? I would say, I mean, that is just, I'm just gonna give my opinion on this because, on this daily time frame, this head and shoulders pattern was still valid as well. Okay. So we have the neckline to be about 26.4K, right? About that. Price action trying to break back on top of it, but it still has not yet gotten a close on top of this neckline. So in my opinion here, I could very well be wrong. Both of these patterns are still in play. Okay. So that is basically what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. I think let's see, which side actually takes this level back, 26.4K. Okay, this is still the crucial level I am paying attention to let me know that, which pattern and which scenario we are actually, we should be paying attention to. Would it be the breakout of the falling wedge pattern, or would it be, a false break back in, above the neckline here of this head and shoulders pattern, but it's going to continue downwards, right? So that is what I'm seeing, right? Very important to continue paying attention to Bitcoin right now. Let's take a look into Bone Shibaswap. Right, Bone Shibaswap here. As I mentioned last time, there was a falling wedge on this daily time frame, right? Measure targets, which we talked about last time, should be $1.50 area. Okay. It looks like a few days after I've talked about this, the price action has broken out, right? I'm gonna put this this measurement where the breakout is. Okay, I think the breakout will be just right here in the daily candle of September 21st. Okay, the daily candle of September 21st, even though that's a red candle, but that's basically where the price action has crossed over the upper trend line here before getting a pump to the upside, right? Now the measure target, the actual measure target out of this actual breakout points, we have $1.45 area here. Okay, so slightly below the previous measure target because we moved the measurement down according to the actual breakout date. It broke out later than I said, right? Which is fine because I picked a reasonable breakout date, but it could break out later, sooner, or it could break down instead. So something to just take it with a grain of salt with, right? So price action has broken out, right? Since it has hit about 77 cents. Price action has gone to as far as about 93 cents, it looks like, before getting a pullback. Now, it is also important to note that measure targets are estimates only, okay? They are estimates only. It could be over, under, and it could take some time to get there. Do Google search, these trading concepts I am talking about, falling wedges, head and shoulders, measure targets, falling channels, right? It's public knowledge. I think the most important thing for you to do when you watch content like this is not so you can get a measure target or a price target from a YouTuber you don't know. It is so that you can actually try to grasp some of these concepts so you can actually be in this game for the long run. Okay, if you want to be trading or even investing in the long run, I think technical analysis is one of the most important things you can learn in this space. Okay, now let's take a look into even a smaller time frame here and see what the price action could be doing. Okay, so this is the 4-hour time frame. Do we have any particular patterns here? Let me get a trend line. Okay, so you have a possible falling wedge, right? This is a falling wedge. One up, one down, two up, two down. So you got your two swings and you got your 3 candle touches here, kind of. Your third candle here, kind of touching. Okay, I'm going to consider that to be a falling wedge, in my opinion only. Well, you could touch it. So on the hourly time frame here, so it is a valid falling wedge. So on the hourly time frame, I am seeing another falling wedge. Let's see what this measure target is. And could it give us some clues on if this price action will continue towards that that bigger measure target of $1.45 area, right? So falling wedges typically break to the upside. Not absolutely. It could still break down as well, just not as likely. Okay. I'm just gonna put this measure target to be, it says here, September 28th, 10 o'clock. I think this is UTC, right? I'm just picking a random target, okay, so I can get a measurement. Okay, it's just for a measure target sake. This would be about 93 cents measure target, which would bring you back to the previous high here. Okay, so let's take a look into some key price levels to be paying attention to in order for this coin to continue going up. Okay. So we have the daily moving averages. We have the daily 50 SMA, the gray line here at about $1.10 area. The 3-day 50 SMA, $1, and I'm just gonna say $1.05 area. 3-day 21 SMA about $1, and I'm just gonna say $1.15 area because that's gonna be coming down very soon, from about $1.18. You got your weekly 21 SMA at about $1.05 area. And you probably don't have a monthly moving average here. So those are going to be some key resistances, noticeable resistances going upwards. Okay. Of course, you guys can dig into further resistances as well based on past trading history, but I'm not going to do that here for time's sake. Let's take a look into some key supports going down. If this price action was to break down, you always got to consider the downside because you just got to be realistic. Anything can happen at any time. Price action could break out. It looks like it could have a huge measure target, but you could have Bitcoin suddenly dumping, and that could potentially, very likely, kill your breakout. Okay. Now we have the daily 21 SMA is at about 84 cents area, which is the blue line here. That would be immediate support that I'm seeing. Next level down would be from past trading history here. Even very recently from this past group of candles here, right? At about that, I would just say about that 80 cent area, okay, which could range from 77 to 80. And then we're going to come to the monthly time frame here, right? Yeah, I mean, your 80 cents area is going to be, I would expect pretty strong support, but not necessarily, that doesn't mean that it's necessarily going to bounce and for the price action to continue upwards. I would just say that it's pretty strong support. It could take, I would expect SPY pressure to be coming in at that level, in that area, okay? And then we're going to have, that 80 cent area, and then about the 70 cent area, right? If you refer back to these candle wicks here, and then 65 cents area. So 65 cents to even 80 cents area, I would see, I would expect to see pretty strong supports, right? It does not necessarily mean that it's unbreakable supports, right? I would just expect, quite a bit of consolidation to happen around there if the price action was to get down to those levels. Okay, so my personal sentiment on this market is still overall bullish because Bitcoin has been able to stay away from a breakdown from that weekly time frame, that double top on the weekly time frame, and it looks like, you know, price action has been trying to break back above that short term head and shoulders pattern here, right? It has tried. Let's see what happens here, right? I think it's very important to be paying attention to Bitcoin right now. So that is what I'm seeing. I am long on quite a bit of altcoins right now, and I am not trading currently Bone Shibaswap at the moment. But if enough of you guys want to see more of this coin, do like, subscribe, comments. I will bring you guys an update on this coin if enough of you guys want to see it. That's it for this post. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.